There's this thing that happens when you've been rushing for so long that you forget you're doing it. It has become your baseline. You wake up already behind, you eat while doing something else, you finish one thing and immediately reach for the next. You're always half present, you're half in the conversation you're having right now, and then you're in the other half of the one you're gonna have later. Half in today and half into next week. Today I have a special guest. And here is my beautiful girl, Zelda. She's ready for another chill day. Not doing anything, not stressed about anything, just at her own pace, listening to her needs. And the exhausting part isn't just the pace. It's that underneath all of this rushing is this quiet, persistent feeling that if you slow down, it will all fall apart. It's that stillness is dangerous, that your rest needs to be earned, that you are only okay and only feel okay when you're being productive. And that's not a scheduling problem, it's a deeper belief that you have about your self-worth. So I have for you 5 shifts that will help you feel slowed down, that will make you stop rushing life every single day. Shift number 1 is that you need to stop treating your life like a to-do list. Most of us have been taught that our life needs to be treated like a series of lists and chores and tasks that we need to complete, rather than moments we need to inhabit and live in. The whole day gets filtered through a lens of what do I need to get done? What are the chores of the day? What are the things I need to do? And anything that isn't productive, like resting, having a long conversation, sitting down, watching a movie, playing games, all feel like a deviation from the main task. It all feels like a distraction. It will all make you feel like you're falling behind, but the question is, falling behind what? The question is worth sitting with because the finish line that we're all working towards, the point where everything is handled and we can finally exhale and take a deep breath, doesn't exist. Why? Because there will always be more to do. There will always be more to do the next day, the next week, the next month. Everything feels like there's always a plan, a thing to complete. And if you're waiting to slow down until the list is empty, you will be waiting your entire life. The shift is you need to stop experiencing your life as something you need to get through. You need to actually be and live in the moment. That doesn't mean abandoning your responsibilities. Of course, everyone needs to do certain things, like pay bills, of course. It just means changing the quality of your presence within them, not being half present. It means washing the dishes and actually feeling the water, feeling what you're doing, and if someone's coming and talking to you, actually be present with them. That when you're having a conversation with someone, you're actually in it. You actually hear them. You're not thinking of the future. You're not thinking of what you need to do. Because then that will break all of the quality of the moments you're in, the quality of what you can learn, the quality of how much you can give to someone. Because if you're always thinking of the future and what you need to do, you're not mentally and physically there with the person. You're not in the present. Shift number 2 is that you need to recognize urgency as a feeling and not a fact. Most of the urgency that you feel on a daily basis is not real. It is a sensation, a nervous system state. This is where your nervous system controls you rushing in life. You feel anxious, wired, and behind, and then everything starts to feel urgent. Let's say you received an email and it could wait 2, 3, 5 days, will start to feel like you need to open it now. The decision that deserves real thought will be rushed because sitting with uncertainty is uncomfortable. The conversation that needs real care and presence will be compressed and put to the side because you're already 3 steps ahead of your day or your week. Urgency is that sensation that will make you think that it's a fact. If this is making you feel this way, it means it has to be done immediately. It has to get over with, or else you're behind, you're gonna miss on something. Now you combine the 2 shifts. You stop making everything a to-do list, and you stop and slowly stop feeling that sense of urgency, and time will slow down. Shift number 3, and it actually helped me a lot in the last couple months, is to make peace with incompleteness. So much of our rushing comes from this intolerance of things being left unfinished. Like an unanswered message in your inbox or a project that's only 80% done, a conversation that didn't get resolved or lacks a lot of closure. Every time there is this sort of open-ended feeling, you feel like you need to close it, you need to get that closure, you need to understand how it all ends, you need to understand what to do when it's finally complete. You need to know what's the next step after. And for my manifesting people, when a goal is in progress, you want to feel like you already attained it. And then you get what? You get desperate. You get like this feeling of over manifesting, this feeling of over affirming that also comes with this sense of urgency, things that need to get done. For most people, that sense of incompleteness creates a low-level sensation and constant sensation of anxiety. And rushing is the attempt to silence it, to get to the other side of the unfinished thing as fast as possible so it can all finally feel okay. But here's the thing, your life will always feel incomplete. There will always be things that are not done. There will always be in a process. You're always in a process in life, learning things, having conversation, having some conflict, having obstacles. There's always going to be this coming into your life. But when you rush, you actually miss a lot of why it's there. Completeness is not a state in which you arrive at all. It is not waiting for you at the end of the to-do list. The shift is learning to feel the peace when something is incomplete. Let things take the time it needs to take. Some things need to marinate. Some decisions need to gather more information. Some projects need rest built into them, such as a very physical project of building a house, let's say. All the workers, everyone you are hiring, need that time of rest to actually be productive. And that means some days there won't be any progress in the house, but it doesn't mean you're behind. It means it needs the time it takes to actually build a house. Shift number 4 is to reconnect with your body's pace. Your mind can move at 10,000 miles an hour, but your body cannot. When you live entirely in your head, all of these lists, all of these chores, all of these tasks, your body cannot catch up because you're disconnecting from your body's pace. All of these projections and visions you have for your future, your body is not there. Your mind is there, but your body is not, and you lose that contact. The body is inherently slow. It breathes, it has a cycle, it has a routine, and it needs discipline, it needs rest, it needs sleep. Your mind as well, but your body too. And when you chronically override those signals, when you push through fatigue, when you eat without tasting, or even rush through rest, your body will start feeling like an inconvenience rather than a home. I think this is a good one for the eating. I know there's people that eat fast and people that eat slow. I'm one of those people that eat slow. But when you actually take your time eating and you actually taste everything, you're savoring the food, it is so much more fulfilling for your body than when you eat it in 2 seconds and then rush to the next thing. Eating doesn't feel like a pleasure. It feels like a task. Eating feels like an inconvenience. And so you lose contact with your body because your body needs that energy. Your body needs to savor and be happy and content with being fed. When you go so fast and your body cannot keep up, you're losing that sense of pleasure of life. Reconnecting with your body's pace is one of the most healing and grounding things you can do when you can start doing. And it doesn't start with a huge transformation. It just starts with little shifts. Start eating without your phone, without watching something. Go for a walk, put those steps in, energize, and feel the nature, feel its frequency, instead of walking just because you need to be somewhere. If you have a porch, a lawn, balcony, just sit outside. 10 minutes. No real reason. Notice how your body is feeling right now. Feel your fingers, feel your feet on the ground in this very moment without trying to fix it. Your body knows the pace that your mind has forgotten. Shift number 5, and I'll explain my personal experience on how this shift really made me slow down my life, It's to redefine what a good day looks like. Yes, this is probably the deepest shift because it touches the belief underneath everything else. Most of us have inherited the definition that a good day is purely productivity based. A good day is a day when you were efficient, when you got stuff done, when you ticked the boxes, when all the chores got completed, and a day where you wandered, where you did nothing, rested, or did nothing that was particularly measurable. That day feels like a waste. Like you failed somehow, like you did something wrong or you didn't do enough. And that definition is really costing you your life in the moment. Because your life is not a business, you're not a machine whose worth is measured in output. What if a good day is when you were present? What if a good day means you had a really deep conversation with someone and you connected? What if a good day is making a friend? What if a good day is taking enough rest for your mind that you actually feel refreshed for once? Or even a day where you decided to draw, or you decided to notice something that's really beautiful, or when you did something for your body that made you feel better, made you feel good, like exercise, or when you did your work with care rather than with speed. See, she's moving her body in a way that will make her feel more comfortable because she's caring about her peaceful time. This is how we should all be. We should all be like her, making her bed comfortable because she wants to rest even better. She doesn't like the microphone. So cute. She's so cute. Anyways, what if slowness was a sign that you're actually living, not falling behind? Where's she going? I've managed to slow down an entire month, last month of March, because I used to tell myself life is going so fast, I swear the world is spinning faster. But no, I was making myself make life feel that way. But I changed everything. I decided to read a book every day, read a chapter. I decided to meditate. I decided to actually try to meditate every day. I decided to write in my journal more. I decided to draw, get back into my creative space because I'm a very creative person and I love drawing. And I haven't been doing that in such a long time. I realized how far gone I have been in worrying about everything and planning everything. But actually, the more I took time for my body to rest, took time to meditate, took time to reconnect with nature, reconnect with my hobbies, that month of March felt so long. It felt like I actually had more time than I used to think. So actually, the less you do and the more you're present with time, the more time you actually feel like you have. Because if you're always rushing, you feel like you're combating against time, but it doesn't exist. You're not combating against time, you're combating against things you're measuring every day in your life in your mind. So these were the 5 shifts that really help you recognize how you're not rushing against time, you're rushing against yourself and everything you think you need to do now, complete now, and that every task is fighting against you. And then a lot of times when we procrastinate is because we have all of these plans we put in our heads that feel so difficult to complete. If this video helped you realize that maybe you need to stop planning so much and start existing more and being present, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.